Wednesday. Welcome to yoga. We're going to go ahead and get started by getting centered. So please sit tall, relax your shoulders down your back, and feel the crown of your head lift toward the ceiling. And we'll start with a little bit of breath work. So with your next inhale, please inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And do that a couple more times. Inhale through the nose, exhale mouth. Adding on to this practice, inhale through your nose, please. Hold your breath in at the top of the inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, mouth. And continuing that for a few more rounds. Inhaling through your nose. Holding the breath in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, mouth. A couple more times on your own. And as you complete this next exhale, close the mouth, breathe through the nose, no more holding. And just let the breath adjust and see if your system has shifted at all since we began. Maybe you just feel a bit more present, a bit calmer or steadier than before. Maybe not, but just notice what is. Go ahead, and then from here, take a deeper, fuller breath, please. Bring your palms together. And to honor yourself as you are in this moment, this body, breath, energy, and mind. It's from this place within you that we'll practice tonight. Go ahead and rub the palms together, creating heat. And take the heated palm over your eyes, brushing over the top of your head and down your neck, bringing yourself back to the space around you. Good. Now, if you're sitting on any props, go ahead and move them off to the side. I'm going to ask you to bring your feet flat to the floor in front of you. Good. So you can brace your hands behind you to help keep the spine lifting here. Sometimes when we're in this posture, people like to collapse and shrug. We want to keep the heart lifting, all right? And then take your feet as wide apart as your yoga mat and pretty far forward. There's a point where the balls of the feet have to pop up, back up a little bit from that point. And then keep the feet mat width apart and then knock your knees to the right. Come back to center and then knock your knees to the left. Come back to center and just keep going from side to side. And I like to exhale as I twist. Just feeling the legs loose in the hip joints from side to side. Breathing as you move, moving as you breathe. Just loosening up the hips a little bit. And also a little bit for the lower back here as well. A couple more times from side to side. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees back to center. Good. And then go ahead and recline down onto your back, please. You can hug your knees into your chest when you get there if you'd like to. Just feel the back body pressing into the floor, feeling that support from the earth beneath you. Good. And then go ahead and bring your feet flat to the floor, heels underneath your knees, and your feet about hip width apart. Arms starting down by your sides. With your next inhale, please lift your hands toward the ceiling, and then arms all the way overhead, knuckles on the floor above you. Exhale, reach back up to the ceiling and bring your hands back down. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over. Exhale, reach up and back down. Let's do a couple more of those, just moving the shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale down, continuing to move the arms. Inhale, lift the hips as well. Reach your pelvis toward the ceiling, bridge pose. Exhale, release the arms and hips back down. Good. Inhale, lift back up, bridge. And exhale, release the arms and hips down. Please continue. Moving with your breath, warming up the spine, warming up the hips, the hip flexors, creating length in the front of your body at the top of that inhale, warming up the muscles of the legs a little bit here. Good. We're going to build on this awareness. So come into bridge pose. Leave the arms overhead. With your exhale, roll your spine down, one vertebrae at a time, articulating through the spine until your hips touch the mat. And then inhale, reverse that. Tuck the tail under. Roll up a single vertebrae at a time until you press as high as you can. Exhale, rolling down the spine. And inhale, rolling up the spine. Exhale, rolling down the spine. Inhale, rolling up the spine. Let's do a couple more. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, rolling down. And inhale, rolling up. And then stay in the pose. Stay lifted. Breathe. With your inhale, you want to feel your sternum, your breastbone coming closer to your chin. With your exhale, reinforce the pelvis toward the ceiling. Feet are flat on the floor. Stay for about 2 to 3 more breaths. And press up to your highest point. Inhale. And exhale, release the hips down. Bring the arms back down with you. Good. Hugging your knees into your chest again. Good. All right, keeping the knees drawn in, please take your arms out to the sides, making a T shape with your body. You could also do cactus arms here. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, allow your knees to fall to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, take the knees to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale right. Try to keep the shoulders grounded. Inhale back. Exhale, twist to the other side and keep going from side to side for a few more rounds. And again, trying to keep the shoulders grounded the entire time. Feeling rotation in the spine and also strengthening the core as you do this with a sense of control. Smoothly bringing the knees back up, smoothly dropping them to a side. Good. As your knees come back to center from the left, go ahead and hug them in again. Take an adjusting breath. Notice sensation. Good. And then take your left foot flat to the floor. Left foot flat to the floor like you did for bridge pose. And then cross your right ankle at the center of the left thigh. Right ankle, center of the left thigh. And pull back the toes on the right foot, helping to stabilize the ankle and the knee joint on that leg. Your arms can rest down by your sides here. With your inhale, pick up both hips. Reach your pelvis toward the ceiling, coming into half bridge. Exhale, release the hips down. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, pick up the hips, pelvis lifting. Exhale, bring them back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. How about two more? Inhale, lifting the hips on up. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Coming into the pose to hold. Lift the hips into the air. Stay and breathe. Really activating through the left side. Relax the right side hip, just a little bit here. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hips on down. Carefully uncross. Take an adjusting breath. And then we'll do the other side. Your right foot flat on the floor, heel stacking underneath the knee. Go ahead and cross the left ankle, center of the right thigh. Left ankle, center of the right thigh. Pull back the toes on the left foot, arms by your sides, and we'll repeat the practice on this side. So pressing the right foot into the floor, lift your hips into the air, and exhale, bring them back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. About 4 more times. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, lift into the pose, and we'll stay. Activating strongly through the right side. Relax the left hip just a little bit more. Keep the left foot flexed and keep breathing. Deep breath in. And exhale, release the hips down and carefully uncross. Good. All right, walking your feet away from your body about 6 more inches and take your feet as wide apart as your mat again. And then just take the knees to one side, inhale. Exhale back to center and inhale, take the knees to the other side. And just windshield wiper the legs from side to side for the next 15 to 20 seconds or so. Just feeling the legs loose and the hip joints here, and also providing any relief to your lower back that your lower back might need here. All right. So go ahead and roll to your right side. And let's come on up to hands and knees. Table pose, please. All right. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders. Your knees beneath your hips or slightly further back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale back up to hands and knees, looking forward. And exhale, child's pose once again. Inhale up. Exhale back. Good. Inhale up to hands and knees. This time, curl the toes under. Lift the hips into the air into downward facing dog. Now it's the first down dog of this class at least, so go ahead and walk the dog out a bit, pressing a heel to the floor as you bend the opposite knee. Lengthen one leg, then lengthen the other, feeling the hips shoot powerfully toward the ceiling behind you, and just feeling what's here for you in your body today. Where is there sensation? Where is there not sensation? How does it differ from one side of the body to the other? We don't have to make any meaning out of that. We just know that there's sometimes asymmetries. Good. All right. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees, please. Exhale, child's pose. Good. In child's pose, please take your arms down by your sides. With your next inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, lift up onto the knees, and reach your arms overhead, hero's pose. With your exhale, reverse that movement. Sweep the arms out to the sides as you fold back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms out, lifting up, looking up at the top. Exhale, carefully coming back down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Let's do a few more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, good. Release down. Take your hands forward, plant them to the floor. And then keep the hands right where they are at. Slither forward down onto your abdomen. And so unlike when we come into locust pose, the hands are actually down by your rib cage now. That's where they should be. Rolling the shoulders down the back, press the arms straight, take the shoulders down the back, feel the knees lift and look up, upward facing dog. Now with your exhale, feel a powerful tug behind your navel that pulls you back into downward facing dog. Good, let's give that another try. Floating down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Keeping the hands planted, slither forward down onto your abdomen. Hands by the rib cage. Press the arms straight, lift the knees, take the shoulders back and look up, upward facing dog. And exhale, pull back into downward facing dog. Again, floating down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Keep the hands planted. Slither forward down onto the belly, hands by your ribs. Press the arms straight, come onto the tops of the feet, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do two more times. Floating down, inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Slither down onto your belly. Press the arms straight, take the shoulders back, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time for now, floating down. Child's pose. Keep the hands planted, slither down onto the belly. Press the arms straight, knees lift, look up, inhale. And exhale, pull back into downward facing dog. Good. Taking an adjusting breath here. And then walking your hands back to meet your feet, coming into a standing forward fold. Now bend your knees a little bit more here. Really drape the rib cage and chest down over the thighs. Release the hands, the arms, the head, the neck, the shoulders, all of it. Good. Now from here, bend your knees a bit more and roll yourself all the way up to standing. Good. Feeling sensation and hydrating if you need to. All right. So we're going to do some arm swings next. And we'll do a different version than we normally do. Normally it's like a 3-part inhale, powerful exhale. We're gonna do something just a hair different. And this one, it's easy if you don't think about it too hard, all right? So it's gonna look like this. Arms up, arms back, cross the arms back, up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. You can join me. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. Keep going. And like our normal arm swings, probably go for about 90 seconds, 2 minutes. Again, try not to think about where the arm should go too much, because if you do that, you'll definitely get tripped up. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. Try not to hold the breath here. There is no breathing rhythm for this one. Just make sure that you do. Feeling those arms loose in the shoulder joints. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. You'll hear that in your sleep tonight. Swinging it around. We'll go for about 30 more seconds. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. 3, 2, and 1. There's no real ending spot. You just have to stop. And feel sensation as you do stop. Tingling in the arms and hands. Warmth in the shoulders. Maybe some sensation around the muscles of the chest. Good. Standing tall, please take your right hand behind your back and either grab above or below the left elbow. And once you have that connection, you're going to draw that left shoulder downward and then drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel a stretch along the left side of your neck and breathe. And breathe. Then bring your chin down to your chest. Lift your head up to center and release the arm. Good. Now we'll do the other side. With your right arm hanging heavy next to you, reach behind you with your left hand, grab above or below that elbow joint. And then just traction the right shoulder downward and take the left ear to the left shoulder and breathe, feeling that stretch on the right side of your neck. And breathe. And then roll your chin down to your chest. Lift your head up to center as you release the arm. Feel sensation. And while I still have my back turned toward you, you're going to reach behind you and interlace your fingers. Roll the shoulder blades together, really pinch them together, and lift your arms off your back. Now, once you're here, bend your knees a little bit and hinge at your hips and fold forward, taking the arms overhead. Lifting the arms off the back as far as they'll go. And breathe. Good. Go ahead and release the hands to the floor. Inhale, press palms to shins, come halfway up here, looking down at the ground. Exhale, fold down. Sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up to standing. And release the arms. Good. All right, so we're going to move into our sun salutation next. So please step to the top of your mat, whichever direction that is for you. And have your feet about hip width apart. And tonight we're going to work with Warrior One. So with your next inhale, please sweep your arms down, back, and up. And then hinge at the hips, swan dive, fold forward and down, exhale. Press palms to shins, come halfway up, inhale. And exhale, release. Please take your right foot way back. Back foot's flat on the floor, toes pointing forward about 45 degrees. You're going to bend deeply into your left knee and then sweep your arms forward. Come on up. Warrior One. Grounding through the pinky edge of the back foot. Breathe. We'll make this more flowy on the next round. This time we're just getting established with some of the alignment. And then inhale, straighten the left knee. Think about hinging at the hip again. Fold forward, down over the left leg. Staying for about 2 breaths here. Good, and then bend the left knee a bit more. Carefully step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Release the feet, exhale, child's pose. Keeping the hands planted, slither forward down onto your belly. Press the arms straight, lift the knees, take the shoulders back, upward facing dog. And exhale, pull back into downward facing dog. Good, so once you're in down dog, lift the right leg into the air. With your exhale, swing or carry step the right foot between the hands. Help it through if you need to. Back foot turns flat to the floor again, toes pointing forward about 45 degrees. Bend the right knee deeply and sweep the arms forward and up into warrior one. Good. Grounding through the pinky edge of the back foot, bending deeply into the front knee. Good. With your next inhale, straighten the right knee. Hinge at the hips. Exhale, fold forward, down over that right leg. Again, staying for just a couple breaths here. And then carefully step the left foot forward, standing forward fold. Palms to shins halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. While you're in the forward fold, interlace your fingers behind your back again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift your arms off the back. And then from here, we're going to transition into chair pose. So release the arms, bend the knees deeply, sweep the arms forward and up into chair pose. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs, reaching up. And sweep the arms down, palms to heart. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms down, back and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, swan dive down. Pressing palms to shins halfway up, inhale. Exhale, release down. This time, step your left foot back. Back foot flat to the floor, toes pointing forward a bit. Bend the right knee, sweep the arms on up into warrior one. This time, just stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the right knee. And exhale, fold over it. Stay here for the inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Floating down onto hands and knees, inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Keep the hands planted, slither forward onto the belly. Press the arms straight, take the shoulders back, upward dog. Exhale, pull back into downward facing dog. From down dog, lift the left leg into the air and step it on through. Help it forward. Back foot flat to the floor, toes pointing forward. Bend the left knee. Inhale, warrior one. Good. Inhale, straighten the left knee. Exhale, fold down over it. Deep breath in. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Palms to shins, halfway up, inhale. Exhale, release. Interlace the fingers at the lower back. Lift the arms off the back and fold. Good. Bending the knees deeply. Release the arms. Sweep them forward. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, stay in chair. Inhale, straighten the legs, reaching up. And sweep the arms down, palms to heart. Taking an adjusting breath. Moving through another round, sweep the arms down, back and up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, down. And step your right foot back. Back foot flat to the floor, prepping for warrior one. Bend the left knee, come on up. Good. Inhale, straighten the left leg. And exhale, fold down over it. Deep breath in. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, floating down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Keeping the hands planted, slither forward. Press the arms straight, take the shoulders back, lift the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. In down dog, lift the right leg and step it through. Back foot flat, warrior one on this side. Inhale. Good. Inhale, straighten the right knee. And exhale, fold over it. Deep breath in. And exhale, step the left foot forward, palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, fold, interlace the fingers at the lower back. Take the arms off the back and overhead. Bending the knees deeply, release the arms, sweep them forward, inhale into chair pose. Exhale, stay in chair pose. Inhale, straighten the knees, reach up, and swan dive, sorry, palms to heart. Almost got ahead of myself, I'm sorry. Good, now we'll go into the next round. Inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, folding forward. Good, palms to shins. And exhale down into the left foot that steps back this time. Back foot flat to the floor. Bend the right knee, come on up. Good, straighten the right knee and exhale, fold down over it. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Floating down onto hands and knees, inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Slither forward, press the arms straight, take the shoulders back, knees lift, upward facing dog. Exhale, pull back into downward facing dog. Left leg lifts when you get there, and exhale, step it through. Back foot flat to the floor, warrior one, come on up, inhale. Good. Straighten the left knee. Exhale, fold down over it. Deep breath in. And exhale, step forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, fold, interlace the fingers at the lower back, lift the arms off the back and overhead. Good, bend the knees deeply, release the arms. Inhale, sweep them up into chair pose. Exhale, stay in chair pose. Inhale, straighten the knees, reach up. And palms to heart. Good, let's do one more round. Sweep the arms down and up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Halfway up. And down. Please step your right foot back. Bend the left knee, come on up. Warrior one. Good, straighten the leg. And fold over it. Inhale. And exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Hands and knees. Child's pose. Slithering forward into upward facing dog. Pulling back into downward facing dog. Right leg lifts when you get there. Exhale, step the foot forward. Back foot flat, warrior one. Good, straighten the right knee, inhale. And exhale, fold down over it. Stay for the inhale. And exhale, step forward. Palms to shins, inhale. And down, interlace the fingers at the lower back. Lift the arms off the back and overhead. Then exhale, bend the knees. Sweep the arms down, forward and up into chair pose, inhale. Exhale, stay. Then inhale, straighten the legs, reach up. And palms to heart. Take an adjusting breath. Noticing sensation in your body, what's happening in here. And taking a deeper, fuller breath. Bringing yourself on back. All right, great job with that one. So we're going to move into a balancing practice next. So go ahead and stack your feet directly underneath your hips. Now the key to balancing is where you focus your eyes. Because if you're looking around or even slightly jetting your eyes around, you're going to become less steady and probably fall eventually. And so what I usually suggest is that you find a point on the wall in front of you that's not moving. So looking out a window isn't great. but find a point on the wall in front of you and just keep your focus there. So just find that real quick before we start. And while you're focusing on that point, feel the weight of your body evenly placed in your feet. In other words, feel yourself balanced with both feet on the floor. And then shift the weight of your body into your left foot. Now your hands can hang down, they can be on the hips or palms to heart. Any of those positions is good for you. But when you're ready, go ahead and lift your right knee up as close into your chest as you can. Keep your eyes focused and keep breathing. Good. Bring the right foot down. Feel the weight of your body come back into balance in both feet. And then we'll do that on the other side. Shift the weight of your body into your right foot. Have your eyes focused. Hands can be where they're going to be. Lift your left knee up as high as you can this time. And breathe. And then carefully put the foot back down. Let's just do one more time on each side since we're here, since we're practicing. Again, the eyes are focused as best you can. You're going to shift the weight into your left foot. And when you're ready, the right knee lifts. And if you fall out of this pose, it's completely fine. Just take your time coming back into it and try not to feel too frustrated. This is just a practice. Good. Placing the right foot down, shifting back to center, back into your balancing with both feet on the floor. And then we'll do the other side again. So shifting the weight into your right foot, feeling grounded. When you're ready, pick up the left knee and breathe. Eyes are focused, the mind is focused. Good. Placing the foot down. Go ahead and fold forward. Uttanasana, our standing forward fold. And the knees can be a little bit bent here. It's just good to bring the body into some sort of symmetrical posture after balancing. Good. And then go ahead and bring yourself all the way back up to standing. Great. So before we come down to the floor, we're going to do one more exercise with Warrior One. All right. So I'll quickly demonstrate it for you just because there are a couple of components to it. So we're going to start in the Warrior One stance, back foot flat on the floor, toes pointing forward, hips squaring forward. We'll bend the knee. All right. We've been here before. Everything else is different. This time you're going to interlace your fingers at your lower back again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift the arms off the back as much as you can. Once you're here, you're going to bring your left chest down to the left thigh and take the arms as far overhead, keeping the front knee bending. This is called a humble warrior. And we'll hang out there for a few breaths, okay? So joining me, from the front of your mat, step your right foot back foot flat on the floor. Bend your front knee for warrior. Interlace your fingers at your lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the arms off the back. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward. Lift your arms off the back as much as you can. And bend into that front knee as much as you can. Staying in the forward fold, release the arms, hands toward the floor, and begin to straighten the left leg. Just feeling a stretch in the back of that leg real quick here before we go to the other side. Good. And then when you're ready, sweep the arms forward and come all the way up to standing. And then we'll switch to the other side. So go ahead and step the right foot forward and step the left foot back. Again, prepping for warrior one. The back foot is flat on the floor, toes pointing forward. Go ahead and bend into that right knee. Good. Interlace the fingers behind the back again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the arms off the back. Let's take a deep breath in together. And exhale, fold. Lifting the arms off the back as much as you can while you bend that right knee. Breathe here. Staying in the forward fold, release the hands down to the floor. Begin to straighten the right leg, feeling a stretch in the back of that leg here. And it's okay if that right leg does not straighten all the way. Now this time, I'll ask you to carefully step back to downward facing dog again. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Release the feet and let's sink into child's pose. If you want to, you can take the knees a bit further apart, letting the chest and rib cage just sink between the knees. Then taking a deeper, fuller breath. Please slither forward down onto your abdomen one more time. But this time, we're going to stay on the belly. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders now. Elbows squeezing in towards your sides. We'll just do a little bit of work with locust pose. So grounding the hips with your inhale, lift the head, chest, and the legs off the ground. And exhale, carefully float back down. Let's do a couple more of those. Inhale, locust. Exhale, release. And then come into the pose. We'll stay for about 3 breaths. Ground the hips. Lift the head, chest, and legs, shoulders rolling down the back, elbows squeezing in, inner thighs lifting behind you. Deep breath in. And exhale, release. Curling the toes under. Push up to hands and knees, please, and lift into downward facing dog one last time. And then float down onto hands and knees. And we're gonna roll over onto our backs just for a couple more exercises and then to rest. So go ahead and whatever way you need to do that. Come onto your back. Hugging your knees into your chest when you get there. And we'll revisit the twist we did earlier, this time holding the pose. So take your arms out to the side, making a T shape with your body or doing cactus arms. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, drop your knees to your right side. Now, once they relax down, think about rolling your left shoulder back down to the floor, maybe even turning your chin to the left. And breathe. Good. Inhale, carefully unwind. And take your time, but when you're ready, take the knees to the left. And as the knees relax to the left, allow your right shoulder and arm to anchor back behind you, maybe even turning your chin to the right. Deepening your breath. Inhale, come back to center and hug your knees in one more time. Good. So when you're ready, go ahead and extend your legs down to the floor. And make any adjustments to rest comfortably here on your back for a few minutes. And as you relax and settle in here, feel your body effortless. And imagine that your body is buoyant. And imagine that your body is resting on the surface of a very calm lake. And the more relaxed you are, the better you float. Just let yourself float here. Peace, peace, peace. Please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath, making gentle movements in your hands and feet, your arms and legs. When you're ready, go ahead and carefully roll to your right side. And transitioning up to a seat as you feel complete here. And so once you've made it to a seat, bring your palms together, lower your chin, and honor yourself for the work you've done here tonight. Really feel some gratitude for yourself for showing up, for the work you've done, for all of the effort. And may that effort and this practice continue to serve you. So until we meet again, namaste.